Hello, thank you guys for joining me on whichever platform that may be, whether that's YouTube, Instagram, X, Twitch, wherever. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Welcome to Chef Dan's Cutting Truth, the show that brings you the recipe for giant success. I am your host, Chef Dan, and wow, we did it. Wow. I didn't call it last video. I am not gonna be one of those guys. I thought we were gonna lose. I, amongst a lot of Giants Nation, thought we were gonna lose, but I did say for the recipe, they had to be consistent. Take what that Philadelphia defense gave them, and they did more than that. Wow. We are coming off of a week 6 W on Thursday Night Football in prime time. We finally broken that curse, that drought against the Philadelphia Eagles. Wow, we actually did it. Great all-around game from every phase of the Giants team. Like, even though we started off rocky with a botched kickoff, after that and them forcing the Eagles to kick a field goal, the Giants just went on full attack mode, essentially. And really not really there, but like there were certain moments that you started off with Jackson Dart. It was a great game for him, 17 of 25 for 195 yards, one passing touchdown and one rushing touchdown that he had early in the first quarter. You also had Cam Scatterboo with 19 carries for 98 yards and 3 touchdowns, a hat trick. Salute to you, Scatterboo. Wow, Wandale with 6.
Dude wipes. The leaves may be falling, and the dumps are calling. Dumpkin spice season is here.
Receptions for 84 yards and one incredibly tough touchdown where he shook off a tackle, and that was the theme of the entire game. Essentially, you had Jackson Dart with that rushing touchdown, but then everything kind of shifted. The momentum, the mentality for this Giants team shifted after Philadelphia, on their second touchdown of the game, I believe second or third touchdown, they went in with 4 tush pushes. That just kind of shifted the entire, mentality for the Giants. And that mentality is what we want moving forward as Giants fans. Because then on the defensive side, Brian Burns with 2 sacks, Cordell Flott with an interception, very timely interception, I believe, in the third or fourth quarter. And then Dane Belton, I believe they credited to Drew Phillips, but it was Dane Belton that came in there and punched the ball out of A.J. Dillon's hand to kind of seal the game right there. So we were able to get a bunch of consistency from the defense. They shut out the Eagles in the second half. I mean, like, all around great performance by the New York Giants. But as you know, as giddy as we're gonna keep that in our heart. We're gonna keep this victory in our heart. But the season moves on. As the season moves on, it's week 7 against the Denver Broncos. And before I get into the recipe for success, there's been a lot of chatter going on X. As I've seen Denver Broncos players going back and forth with our defense. Their defensive players are going back and forth with our fans, and our players are starting to notice the activity on X. And Kayvon Thibodeau, always a vocal leader for our fans, is going to say something, and he said something, and there's some tweeting and deleting by Nick Benito, and there's. Tune in Sunday at 4:05. Tune in Sunday at 4:05, ladies and gentlemen. I'm excited for this game. But the recipe for success for this game for the Giants is that on the defensive side, the Denver Broncos currently have a hampered offensive line. So defensively, on the defensive line, we're going to need them to attack. That same type of attack that you showed, not really versus the Eagles, versus the Chargers. That's the type of game we're going to need to see against the Denver Broncos here, especially on the road in high altitude. This, if things are kind of spelling out the way it's going to be, it's probably going to be a low-scoring affair. We're not looking for too much from either side of the offenses, but the defense, we're going to need a lot of aggressiveness from this defensive side because the offensive line is hampered, and that offense on Denver's side has not found a way to click yet. Their running game isn't very good right now, and even though our rushing defense isn't very good, we still have to find a way to continue to attack. We have to be aggressors throughout this entire game on the defensive end, and that's not only to the defensive line, to everyone, especially the middle line.
That chili cheeseburger has your guts bubbling and a stanktastic dookie is about to destroy any nostril in a 1,000-foot radius. But the worst part is the embarrassment of innocent bystanders smelling your bathroom atrocity. If only there was another way. Dude bombs to the rescue. Drop your deuce. Stroll out of the bathroom with confidence. Walk around like your shish, tea don't stank, literally.
Dude wipes are available at thousands of retail stores across the country. Next time you make a grocery run, make a detour to the TP aisle and stock up on Dude wipes. It's your last chance to take 10% off the entire Dude wipes lineup. Use code FRESH10 on your next order. Dude wipes and the Sports Jedi Network channel, wiping the competition clean.
Backers, because we're known to give up the middle of the field due to our linebackers, having wandering eyes and having miscommunications along with the safeties. Tyler Nubin, this is a word out especially to you. Giants are going to have to clean that up as well. So defensively, that's where our bread and butter is going to be for this game. On the offensive side, this Denver Broncos defense, who am I kidding here? They're very, very good. We're not going to shy, about it. They're very good. It's not a compliment to your enemy when you understand your enemy. You have to understand your enemy. You have to comprehend your enemy. And the Denver Broncos defense is very good. They're very aggressive. They're going to be a huge test for our offensive line. That's been giving Jackson Dart a ton of protection, but also they're going to test Jackson Dart, on his runs, and they're going to be very physical when he's a runner because now it's known around the league. 3 games in, 2 victories, one especially against the Super Bowl champs that kind of, puts us on the map. And this game is going to be the tell-all game for whether this team can be consistent in being competitive and also stringing along wins. They're going to test Jackson Dart physicality. They're going to run a cage rush him to keep him in the pocket, and once he runs out, they're going to tackle him like he's a runner. So, Giants offensively, Jackson Dart, I would prefer for this game that Jackson Dart stays in the pocket and takes what the defense gives him. And, they are sure in Pat Surtain, but you're going to have to attack someone else, and that's hopefully going to be where our tight ends and little Jordan Humphrey comes in. We know Darius Slayton, he's still not back yet, so we're going to, take a wait on that. We saw that Juice Wells was signed to the practice squad, so hopefully he gets brought up because he already has that Ole Miss and preseason connection with Jackson Dart. So that's going to be some good rhythm to build there along with Lil Jordan Humphreys. And we've seen the rhythm and the cohesion that Jackson Dart is starting to build with Wan'Dale Robinson as well. So some things are starting to click here. We're hopefully looking for Jackson Dart to stay in the pocket and be a passing quarterback for this game. And there's going to be a lot of quick balls outs and quick passes out to receivers in order to get 3, 4, 5 yards and things of that nature. It's going to be that type of game. They're also going to test Gadaboo's physicality. So, that's the recipe. This one's a bit of a toss-up because both teams talking spicy and both teams are looking forward to this game. Both teams need this game. So, I don't know. Denver's defense is very, very solid. our offensive line has been tested, but with the Eagles game and Jalen Carter being out, that wasn't much of a test for them in that game right there. So this one is going to be a test for them with Nick Benito leading sack getter in the league with, I believe, 8 sacks on the season so far. Andrew Thomas, man, I'm with you on this one. But that's the recipe for success, guys. We need this win. We're high on the vibes off that Eagles victory, and this would be a statement victory no matter what the score is, because if they get a victory against that team that has been winning consistently at home, the Denver Broncos, that's all I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great evening, great day, great night, whichever. Let's go, Big Blue.